When we go into utilities, we have all the batch groups or the batch jobs. Batch groups is we can go ahead and create a batch group with multiple batch jobs included in it. Whereas batch viewer will be showcasing us all the batch jobs which are there for each particular table. So this one is the landing table, staging table for that. And this is the mapping. So this is the stage process where we can see the entire batch jobs. This is stage job, auto match merge, auto merge. So over here, all these are the batch jobs. So in these batch jobs, what are the batch jobs which we utilize in a regular way? First is stage, second is auto match merge, third is auto merge, then it is load, match. These are the parts which we utilize in a regular basis. Why I stated match as well as auto merge and auto match merge also, because if we want to have a different or in pieces, like first I just want to go ahead and run a match, I can utilize match and then I can run auto merge. And if I want to go ahead and run both together, then I can just go ahead and run auto match merge. Load job is used to push the data from staging to base object. So that is all the jobs which we utilize. Initial index for smart search data. This is utilized when we enable a smart search in our application plus any attribute if we have gone ahead and create searchable. When we'll be going into provisioning tool, I will be showcasing that how to create a searchable attribute. If we have enabled it, then we go ahead and run this job for that particular table. Else we will see some issues in while we go ahead and do manipulation of data in the UI. So in provisioning tool, the first thing is smart search, right? So smart search is something which we have to enable in the process server. So if we go over here, you can see the search is enabled, right? So this search is basically the smart search. Okay. So when we are enabling this part, what it means is that you can utilize the particular functionality which is being given by Informatica for API search. Okay. To use API search queries. And also it creates an index for faster processing. Okay. That is basic reason why we create a smart search or a searchable object. Now, second thing is for creating the index and to create a searchable object, we do not create any searchable object over here in Hub Console. We create the searchable object from provisioning tool. That's another module which we will be going through after Hub Console completion. So in that, there is a checkbox which we have to check for that particular attribute as searchable. So if we have enabled that, then we have to make sure that for that particular table or that particular business entity, and the business entity will be creating from base object. So that particular base object, which means that table, we should have created the index by the job. If we have not created the index, then Informatica will act up and will showcase you multiple errors while you go ahead and process any data. Then there is a process server. It gives us the information about what all settings are enabled, what all things are other. And so which server we are using? We are using the local host. What is the port? If we are utilizing the cleanse server or not. If this cleanse server is not utilized, then your match merge, your cleanse function will not work. What is the cleanse mode? Is it online only, batch only, or online or batch both? Which online means only for the APIs or the UI, or is it or the cleanse functions and the match is also being utilized for batch load as well. So we always select online and batch. Match server, match mode. Is it offline? If it's a batch is enabled or not, the smart search is enabled or not, and HTTPS is enabled or not. Okay. Audit. What do you mean by audit? Audit means what particular data is changed, who changed it, and when it was changed. Correct? So in batch form, we will go ahead and do audit configuration on stage table. Okay, when we'll be creating the stage table. But for API calls, for UI, for message queues, how we can go ahead and enable? We have to enable from over here. From this particular source system, if any API calls are being there, what all API calls are there, what we have to audit, we can go ahead and update over here according to systems. For message queues, if we want to go ahead and enable the audit, we can go ahead and enable the audit from over here. But for batch, we always enable in stage. Then the SIF manager, if any ORS or any SIF calls we need to create, we always go ahead and utilize or go ahead and configure this. This is configured once in the lifetime and it's been configured by admin people, that which will be the particular whistle which will be generated for that. If I'll go ahead, we'll refresh the objects, we'll see what is the particular objects which are being. So let's say for this one, we have to go ahead and enable. So we have to enable the whistle for this particular one. And all these things will be generated once we have a plugin which is being installed, and that plugin actually goes ahead and we can go ahead and generate the APIs for a specific ORS. You can see. We have to go ahead and select everything or for which particular table we want to generate. So we have to generate and deploy the specific API for these things. Let's say we'll just go ahead and generate for party. So all those APIs will be generated and we'll get a URL for that particular part. So if we'll go ahead and create this,